On the 13th of January, we're going to have a long march again. We call it Bangkok shutdown. The word shutdown might be pejorative or negative to Western sense. However, our shutdown is not that bad because we will not shut down electricity. We will not shut down water supply. We will not shut down any mass transit because we don't want to put people into trouble. We just want to occupy public street, some public places, and some ministers' houses. We just want to symbolize that this government, despite of their power, they cannot rule any longer, so they should leave the position. We demonstrate or protest because this government is unlawful, illegitimate. The Court of Constitution has had a verdict that they have violated Constitution. They should leave the office, but they did not. They hang on to the office, believing that they still have power, they still have authority. But the number of protesters on street in Bangkok and in other provinces demonstrate that they can no longer rule the country. People do not cooperate. People do not support them. But people want to unseat them so that we can have a reform before we can have election. So any reporter, if you would like to report our demonstration on January the 13th, which we call shutdown, do not go as far as to say that our activities are destructive to the country or our activities put people into trouble, because we do not intend to do so, and we will never do any harm to population of Thailand. We do not demand for less democracy, but we want to reclaim democracy that has been taken away from us through parliamentary dictatorship, controlled and commanded by Thaksin Shinawatra, the fugitive in exile. Thaksin is corrupted. He practiced nepotism and many other criminal acts. He violated laws. He violated constitution. He used his money to buy anything that he can. That's why we need to reform so that we can liberate Thailand from his control and demand of dictatorship. We want to liberate. We want democracy. We demand for a true democracy for Thailand. We want true democratic value. We don't want parliamentary dictatorship that Thaksin has been practicing more than a decade. We have to do this so that Thailand can go on with development and civilization. Without any reform, we will never develop our country and we will lose our competitiveness. We are approaching AEC era, and with Thaksin command and control, I think we will not have enough competitiveness to compete with other members of AEC. That's why we have to do what we are doing now. Please understand and sympathize with us that we have to do this. It might look democratic, undemocratic to Westerner eye, but in fact, it's the way that we try to reclaim democracy. Believe us, we are doing good things for our country. We are not doing any harm to the country, but we want, through democracy, we want to liberate ourselves from Thaksin dictatorship. We want to be rid of Thaksin regime that destroyed our country for more than a decade. No more Thaksin regime, no more dictatorship, no more corruption, no more any unlawful act, but we need civilized and developed Thailand, and we have to do that by ourselves. มวลมหาประชาชน